Salute, salute, salute. What it is, what it do, what's happening. Man, get out of here, man. Peace out. It's Nocturnal Thoughts with a real quick video. Then I'm going to get out the way. First of all, let me give a huge, proper salute to Blood Boxing, the OG, triple OG. He was doing a live video the other day. I got to tune into it for just a couple of minutes and I got busy, preoccupied. And he said, where you been at, man? You ain't dropped no videos in a while. To be honest with you, about 2 months ago, I started me a new gig, a new grind, a new job. And I've been trying to, totally focus on learning the ropes on this new job. It's a new shift. It's a big change, a big transition. And it just took me away from making videos about boxing. Boxing to me was losing a little bit of the luster and the shine. And I didn't find any interesting topics that I really wanted to talk about. There's a few things that would happen here and there that I want to give my 2 cents on, so I would drop a short, but nothing really that had, a lot of meat on the bone. Like, for example, I could talk about this little situation that's percolating between Lomachenko and Gervonta Tank Davis, but I feel like, I always hated to listen to videos of people talking about fights and talking about fights and talking about fights that have never happened, or that have never happened, or that will never happen. So I'm just not in a position to get caught up in a fantasy fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and a Vasily Lomachenko. I'm not in a position right now mentally to get caught up in talking about a fantasy fight between Boots Ennis versus Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a position mentally, and I do not care to talk about a fantasy fight between Canelo and Benavidez, so on and etc. And I could care less about Jake Paul fight. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Bud Crawford got a fight on the horizon, but it's against somebody that I'm not interested in seeing him fight, because I'm not dialed into it. I know he's stepping up in weight, so he's, dipping his toe into that water to see how the temperature is. I expect a spectacular performance and nothing less from Terrence Bud Crawford. This is boxing. Anything can happen, so I'm not going to just say that it's an absolute done deal, foregone conclusion that Terrence Bud Crawford is going to knock this guy out. But, if I had to base it off his past, I would say Terrence Bud Crawford to break him down and stop him in the late rounds, or he would outbox him and win a clear 12-round fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not that exciting for me to talk about things that are so predictable. And boxing has become very predictable in the last couple of months for me, the last year. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin was a good fight, but it was a very predictable fight. You know what I'm saying? The only fight that was unpredictable, that I didn't see being the way it is, and the thing that's being talked about the most still to this day, was the fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. But that fight was so surrounded and engulfed and immersed in so much BS that it really is stain to the whole boxing conversation. It's a stain to the boxing sport. I feel like both sides made some major mistakes, and I don't have anything great to say that's going to change the conversation when it comes to that situation between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. So I'm just not going to really touch on it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been rocking with my channel long enough should know how I would feel about the whole situation and how it goes down and how it went down. Shakur Stevenson right now ain't nothing to talk about. Shakur Stevenson ain't nothing to talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? Boxing right now has left me in a position where there's really nothing that I would really want to talk about. So to shout out to the old school Blood Boxing, because at least he always goes back and talks about some old school fights, some history, talk about the roots. And right now, the roots is better than the fruits. because the fruits right now, they very ripe, they very bitter, they premature, they ain't juicy, they ain't got they ain't sweet, they ain't ready for the pickings. These dudes, to me, they talk, and they, the way they act, the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they communicate, the whole social media, etc., all of that to me is putting boxing in a very weak position. It's just turning the sport into it's turning it into like pop culture, or it's turning it into not popular culture. It's not even popular culture. It's turning it into a what's a good word? I'm gonna leave y'all on this one last final thought. Today's boxing is turning the sport into something that is very shallow, and it don't have the depth, it don't have the flavors, it don't have the marinated ingredients. It's just tasteless, it's vanilla, it's weak, and it's lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? It's not hot to make you feel good on a cold day. It's not cold to make you feel good on a hot day. It's lukewarm, so I spew it back out. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Everything is going good and blessed with the new job. Everything, my family is good. My friends is good. My boys, my dogs right here, they good. And I appreciate that right now. Right now, boxing is just in a position where it's kind of lame. It don't have no motion. But every once in a while, something to kind of pick up that I would want to talk about, but I just been too busy, preoccupied. And if I wasn't, I would have made a little video here and there about a few topics. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Just checking in. Nocturnal Thoughts. Salute, salute, salute.